What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning. Greetings. Salutations. Just kicking it, man. Early morning vibe. Really just woke up for real. Probably been up for about 30 minutes. Good morning. Good morning. How everybody doing, man? Um, you know what I noticed, man? It's a lot of people that they hate watch my channel, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, they hate watch it for whatever reason, one reason or another. You know what I mean? They wholeheartedly disagree with what I say, but they watch the show. You know what I mean? Every time I drop a live stream, they watch it, they rewatch it. I'm not saying anything spectacular. What you watching me for, man? Um, but I say what I say, and I stand on what I say. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. I stand on what I say. That were times on YouTube I've been wrong and I've issued apologies to people. It might have been on maybe one or two different occasions. I've retracted some statements, but anything, because I had some facts wrong. But other than that, and that's just me being me. But other than that, I stand on what I say. It was funny. Somebody sent me an email yesterday. It was like, Boogie, you letting the trolls get to you. And I'm like, nah, I'm not letting trolls get to me. You know what I mean? It's not even about that. Um, I'm just seeing some things a lot different. And like I was saying in my live stream yesterday, I'm not gonna do a full recap on it, but like I was saying in my live stream yesterday, man, it's just the older I get, dog, the more conservative I'm becoming. Now, some people say that's a natural process of life. You know what I mean? When you're young, you more liberal because you live in a certain way, you live in a certain life, and as you get a little bit older, you start to become a little bit more conservative as your life, as your life is changing. But, my thing is just simple, um, like I said yesterday, man, I do believe in some form of structure, and I stand on that. Wherever the structure is coming from, I don't have to agree on it, and it wasn't, and another thing, I wasn't shitting on, African spiritual systems or whatever. That's not what I'm shitting on. You know what I mean? I was making a bigger point yesterday when I did my live stream about a lot of people shitting on the church. You know what I mean? Believe what you want to believe, man. Develop a system that works for you. Your walk in life is personal. You know what I mean? It's personal. But again, that was what that was about. You know what I mean? We moved on from that. I just had to get it off my chest because sometimes I find myself in these circles and I find myself around certain people, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are y'all even speaking about? You know what I mean? Seriously, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Meaning, I was at the Nigerian conference last year down there in Orlando. I'll be there this year. I think this year is going to be in New York City. You know what I mean? I think this year is going to be up top, and I'll be there. And I be hearing certain niggas talk about these African spiritual systems, and I'll be like, yo, man, a lot of Africans don't even be on it like that, truth be told. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like, what the hell are y'all talking about? And then the nigga that I was talking to, you know what I mean, just going back and forth with some dialogue, the nigga wouldn't even say what system he subscribed to. Everything was a secret and this and that. I'm like, yo, man, I don't think a lot of these Africans even stunting you like that. And here's the reality, man. Like I say, no matter how hard you try to fight to fit in with African people, I'm talking about people from the continent, you always gonna be an outsider. There's no other way around it, man. I be around this shit all the time these days. You always gonna be an outsider, dog. Meaning, no matter if they really, really nice to you and really accommodating, it gets uncomfortable because you know they only doing it because you're not of that culture. Either that or they just might tell you to fall back. They just might create a little distance, and that gets uncomfortable. So either way, man, no matter how hard you try to fit in with African people, you're never gonna fit into the culture because you wasn't born there, man. It's a lot that you just don't know. And I'm not even saying it like it's a good or a bad thing. I'm saying it's a is what it is thing. You know what I mean? You don't speak the language. A lot of the customs and courtesies you only read about, but when you get up to it in real life, a lot of shit just be different, man. And truth be told, a lot of Africans don't even really be on it like that, man. They just be living. It's like, as black people, we got some kind of, African fantasy sometimes and shit, man. And, I don't really be impressed by a lot of that shit. I'm like, they got a lot of fuckery in their ranks too. And it's kind of odd how Africans, a lot of them got a disdain for African Americans for whatever reason. But then you look deep down into their ranks and you see they fuckery. You like, damn, this shit raggedy as hell too. You know what I'm saying? Just because you speak another language don't mean your shit don't stink, man. So again, you can pick up African spiritual systems. I mean, do what you do, man. But a lot of times, Africans don't even truly be on it like that, man. It's just they do what they do and they back to the money. They back to the grind and shit like that, man. You know what I mean? Truth be told. You know what I'm saying? They struggling to pay for funerals too. They struggling to do. I mean, it just is what it is. Now, do they have some good things about their culture? Yeah. You know what I mean? I've seen them get together. What's going on, Tony? I seen them. I seen a lot of Nigerians get together. I've been to these places, man. I've been to the conferences where, they put the money together, they send it back home, help build hospitals, certain things. But even then, they got to worry about the corruption. Nigeria is known for the scam. You will meet no bigger scammer than the Nigerian, and other Nigerians will tell you. So again, it'd be like, yo, man, like I be around these people a lot lately, man, and I'm just really not impressed by it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you'll go into an American black person house, North American black person house, kind of like my mom house. You see all the African statues and all of this shit. I done been in a lot of Nigerian people houses. They ain't got none of that shit. They ain't got none of that shit. Is this a part of their culture? You know what I mean? They ain't got none of that shit. I'd be like, damn. Now they dress like they from Africa. You know what I mean? Obviously they speak the language, the music. But other than that, it's not like, kente cloth everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not, all of that shit, right? Like, nah, not really, man. Like they just living their life, man. They got on Gucci too. You know what I mean? They got on Louis too. They like Tommy Hilfiger. So, it's all good, man. But with the African spiritual system thing, it wasn't to even knock anybody. Do what you do, man. You know what I mean? But again, it's like the way I see it, a lot of people, man, it's like this umbrella called spirituality now. I don't know if social media did it or what happened before social media, that it just became a fad, it became popular. Like, you know what? We done with the religion. We just spiritual. Like, man, a lot of people spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's people doing 100 years in prison that's spiritual. They would have been a lot better with some structure. You know what I'm saying? You can't take nobody personal walk with the creator away. But I'm like, some of that shit is bullshit. And like I was saying yesterday, just to double down on it, I don't see a lot of people. Yeah, man, they fanned out on the African shit. It's not even that serious, man. Truth be told. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas can take my spot. You know what I mean? I don't even want to fuck with it like that, for real, for real. Y'all niggas can take my spot at the convention. I guess I got to be there. You know what I mean? I don't be fucking with it like that. The food too spicy, the people too mean, and they got massive fuckery. Nothing but shea butter and Kimmy oil and skin bleach. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm like, whoa, my fucking nostrils be clogged up. But Africans don't even be talking about the African spiritual system. The last African event I was at, It was mad women in the parking lot talking about how they niggas ain't shit. I swear, no cap. Talking about how they niggas ain't shit. They go through the same thing. But then you'll have a black man, you'll have the Negro acting like he stumbled across some ancient secret system that haven't been talked about for thousands and thousands of years. It's like, come on, bruh. And I get it, man. It's like anything. You can get drunk off a lot of that shit and think it's an exclusive club. You know what I mean? Do you know that they gave me an African name? I would never tell you. I don't need all that, man. You know what I mean? But I don't go around telling nobody about that shit because that's not my culture. And I realize no matter how hard I try, they'll never accept me. They will never, ever, ever, ever accept me as one of them. Period. You know what I mean? You can marry their daughter, you can marry their niece, you can sit there and donate money because that's all they want is the money. If you niggas ain't never been to a Nigerian convention, I formally invite you niggas. I'll be at the one this year. It's going to be in New York. It's going to be a big one. All they give fucks about is the money. The last Nigerian event I went to, no cap, right? I don't know why the guy handed me the microphone. I'm one of the only American niggas in there. The guy handed me a microphone. I get up there talking. I didn't know the culture, so I'm talking. I'm reading scriptures from the Bible. The nigga grabbed the mic like, all right, brother, how much are you going to donate today? I swear to God, like, they don't give a fuck about none of that African spiritual system. They give a fuck about the money. But these niggas be uninformed sometimes. You know what I mean? Real talk. And I just be looking at these niggas like, bruh, I think you in over your head with a lot of this shit, man. I really do. I really think you in over your head with a lot of this shit. How the fuck am I at the Nigerian convention? Young dude telling me, man, like, man, fuck that, man. My mom a bitch. I want a white girl. I'm like, oh, no. You know what I mean? Like my mom mean as fuck. And she is mean. The lady I'm talking about mean as a motherfucker. He like, man, I want a white girl. I'm like, oh, God. You know what I mean? I start speaking native tongue. Like, man, these niggas is finished too. Like, what's going on? So they have their issues in their ranks, man. You know what I mean? So the Negro, needs to be up to speed on some things. And I just be laughing at a lot of these niggas, man. But move real talk, man. And I be like, yo, what are you talking about African spiritual system, man? Them niggas trying to make some money, man. All Africans care about is money. Not to say that they don't care about these people, but when it come down to the get down, like most organizations, you got to pay like you weigh. And boy, when they tap your pockets, they tap your pockets. You like, God damn. When they tap them pockets, but, you know, I've seen the money go to good things too. I'm not going to sit here and say the money not going to a good place. But boy, when they hit them pockets, man. It is what it is, you know. So, you know, I was a little vexed yesterday, man, because I know when you say the word church around some people, right? You say the word church, they get queasy. Like, you got to see people's whole body language change when you say church. And they just automatically dismiss it. All right, cool, right? You don't have to like going to church. You know what I mean? When I was coming up, it probably was a little bit too much church because it seemed like it was every night. But again, you know, you got to look at the good that people do. You know what I'm saying? You really do. And I've seen some churches do a lot of good. And that's just what it is, man. And that's always how I'm going to feel about it. The rest of this shit, this individuality shit, nah, we got to move past that. We got to move past it. And, you know, the black man want all kind of submission and this and that, but the black man don't want structure. You know, I kind of peeped this a few years ago, man, how the black man does not acclimate himself to any kind of structure. For the most part, it's odd to me. So, you know, I don't really understand how you live like that, but yet you want to structure society, but you don't want to live like that, man. That shit go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? That shit go hand in hand. Structure can only help you. I don't see a way that it can hurt you. You know what I mean? Unless it's, you know, bad structure, but shit. You see that coming a mile away. But a lot of these niggas, man, be watching the channel, man. They hate watch it, man. What's going on? Shout out to everybody, man. They hate watch the shit. And, you know, they going to make their little videos, but they never truly address what I say. A lot of them niggas just got a problem with me. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, you know, there's really nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about me is not in my jurisdiction. Um, but other than that, man, I think a lot of these niggas is lost in the sauce, man. You know what I'm saying? They lost in the sauce. They don't know what to do. Just a complete lack of guidance for a lot of these niggas, man. I don't think a lot of these niggas is giving young niggas good advice. They kind of teaching young men to run from their issues, to run from their problems, whatever their problems is. You know what I mean? Whatever that may be, you can't run from it. You got to stand up with some kind of courage. You got to face it and deal with it like an adult. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just is what it is. Don't know what to tell them. You gotta deal with things, man. So, you know, it's all good, man. We're gonna pray for some of these niggas, man. Truth be told. And I ain't gonna do a lot of screaming today, man. My voice is a little scratchy, man. You know what I mean? I hit them with a little angry boogie. But matter of fact, let me play something for you niggas. Cause shit like this be coming up on my feed all the time. I'm about to play something for you niggas. Let me see. Let me find it. I'm about to play something for you niggas. Shit like this be coming up on my feed, and I would like for you niggas to see this shit. Hold on. Let me turn the camera around. Hey, can y'all see this shit?
Hey everyone, it's me back with another video.
Y'all just listen.
It's been a while since I made a video. I only been doing shorts. And I haven't made another video because I was kind of depressed. And I started feeling depressed actually when I was over in the DR in Sosua. Like, I think the day before I was about to leave, I started feeling depressed. But I still went through the motions. I still woke up. I still went out the bellies. Still went out the rambas. Still went out to the casino. Had a good time. But I was really just going through the emotion because I was like feeling a little depressed. And like the lore of that place is kind of like wore off on me. Like I know people that have been going there for years and they love it still to this day. But me, like, it really wore off. Like, I love beaches. I love the tropical islands. So I would definitely still always go for that. But, like, the lure of Sosua is the women. Like, the allure of DR is just, like, the economy, the fact that your money stretches long. But as far as Sosua itself, the only allure of that place is the women. Like, I've seen better beaches in the States. I've seen better I like the beach better in Ocean City. I think that's a better looking beach. So the only thing really there for me is like the fact that my money stretches longer. But the allure of that place definitely wore off. But I already got trips booked up for there, so I'm gonna definitely keep going. But when I go, I'm gonna still always go outside of Sosua and just do and see other things and kind of lay off the gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I know what, like, real love is. Even though with my ex, I feel like it was conditional, but I feel like it was real. Like, in Sosua, I don't really think you could find real love. Like, I mean, there's a chance you could find conditional love over there on the condition that you giving her a decent lifestyle. But, like, you're never going to find unconditional love over there, in my opinion. But I already got trips booked up for there, so I'll definitely be going back there. I'll be going back to DR, like, I think the next 3 months. Santiago, then...
And y'all think that I be making this shit up when I say the Negroes finish. I mean, that video ultimately is sad. Like, the nigga ain't even got no life inside of him. You know what I'm saying? And those type of issues, man, it go deeper than just women. A lot of niggas be dealing with depression, all kind of mental illness and shit like that. Oh, he highly finished. We're not even going to, play with that. He's definitely finished. But this type of shit be coming up on my feed, and I seen it this morning. Like, yo, what the fuck is this? He over there talking about finding real love in Sasua. But niggas won't call him a simp. Niggas will call a man in America that get married and want to try to raise a family a simp. But they won't call him a simp. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Man, he like, yeah, I'm still gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, you battling with depression. Go see a doctor, man. You may need some meds, man. Real talk. Like, you may need to go speak with someone, and the Negro think he's gonna fuck his way out of depression. You know what I mean? The nigga think that he's gonna go to Rambas and dance his way out of depression. No, dog, you gotta work your way through that. You may want to leave Sasua alone and rebalance yourself. Go get what them niggas talking about, the African spiritual systems, and learn the ancient techniques of Mayat, motherfucker. Real talk. Do something. Something gotta work. So nothing works for the Negro. And I think that was my whole point of showing y'all the video. Nothing's gonna work for this Negro. Not an African spiritual system, not an American spiritual system, not Sasua, not none of that shit. Because when a Negro's finished, he's finished. No matter where he go in the world, Africa, Asia, South America, Central America, it does not, North America, it doesn't matter, Jones. The nigga is finished. And a lot of times, man, we don't want to admit it. That shit start at a childhood level, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of these niggas be finished by the time they 11, 12 years old. And I be trying to bring some kind of awareness to that. Just like I was talking about a couple weeks ago. For whatever reason in life, I don't know, the universal line, I'm bumping into a lot of men in general, but a lot of black men that have been sexually assaulted when they were young. I didn't know that this was that bad of a problem. I'm like, well, if it come to me, I got to talk about it. And I'm never going to demean anybody, because that's unfortunate. You're supposed to protect children, not hurt children. But if you got a large percentage, I don't know the numbers, but if you got a major percentage of men that have been sexually violated by either a man or a woman when they were young, and they out here trying to date, they out here trying to be married, they out here trying to have a balanced relationship, it's never going to work. That man needs help. It doesn't matter if he goes to Sasua. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter the spiritual system you pick up, dog. That has to work in tandem with some form of therapy. You got to get into some cognitive behavior therapy. You know what I mean? I'm being honest, man. You gotta do some other things. So it's like, for whatever reason, man, and that's just unfortunate if your innocence been taken away. That's just unfortunate. I don't know what else to say about it. It's fuckery, but it's just unfortunate. I think there are really experts and professionals that can help guide people through that. I'm not saying that that's this brother, but I'm saying a lot of times a nigga could be finished by the time he 12, 13 years old. He's already done. Emotionally, psychologically, chemically, he's already fucking finished. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. I don't think we do a good job in the black community of protecting young people. I don't. My personal opinion, I don't. And that's why I say, give me 15 years. I'm getting into a political position. And I'm going to tell you a law that I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass a law, and I'm going to get it passed, because I just get the job done. If you a grown man over the ages of 21, if you honk your horn, if you say anything to a young girl on a bus stop, is an automatic felony. I get tired. I see it every day. I see it every morning. I see these young girls on the bus stop. It doesn't matter what they got on. The girl got on the JanSport book bag, man. Come on, man. She probably 15, 16. It doesn't matter how big her butt is. Grown-ass men honking the horn, stopping to talk to him. Can you run a community like that? No checks and balances. No self-governance. That'd be the first law I'm putting in. I don't give a fuck. Automatic felony. And you guilty as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck. If it's raining outside and you pulled over to ask the young girl, does she need a ride? No, nigga, let her parents pick her up. This shit gotta stop. That's one of my biggest irritants, man, when I see that. Real talk. That's one of my biggest irritants, man. When I see stuff like that, I don't care if a girl got the biggest ass in the world. You know what I mean? You know a young girl when you see one. And a lot of these niggas would be like, oh, she lied about her age. You know what I mean? Da-da-da-da-da. She lied about her age. I'm not saying it can't happen. My nigga, you know a young girl when you see one. You know a young woman when you around one. I'm sorry. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. See, I don't listen to the Negro long enough to even take what he says as truth. Now, if you 21 and she's 18, I may give you a little pass. Nigga, if you 35, you know a young girl when you see one. If you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm not buying that from these niggas. She lied about our age. All right, cool. But, you know, you got some consequences to deal with. You got consequences to deal with. I could deal with her on the back end. Because the Negro will lie to you. The Negro likes lying. I don't know if you know that shit. The Negro, that's what he does. Either the Negro going to lie or the Negro is going to make the conversation so ambiguous where he can kind of wiggle his way out of that shit. I don't give the Negro any way to go. No, nigga, you guilty of something. At this point, the Negro's guilty. He's guilty and he has to prove his innocence to me. Because you know in a court of law, you innocent to proven guilty. I flip that with the Negro. No, the Negro's guilty and you have to prove your innocence to me. That's where I'm at. If you I gave the Negro one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. And then the nigga came to me with an African spiritual system that he knows nothing about. And then I invite the nigga to the Nigerian convention. He really don't want to go. So I can't do nothing for this Negro, right? I have given up on that part. I gave the nigga one more chance. When the nigga came at me with an African spiritual system that he knows nothing about, I just left him alone. I'm like, you know what? That's it. I won't give you another chance because every time I do, you niggas make me look foolish, man. So, you know, stuff like that, man. I don't think we do a good job at protecting young people. I don't really think we care about the youth like that, truth be told. That's something else that we got to deal with. We don't really care about the youth, my nigga. We don't, man. We don't, man. We too busy living our lives, the individual. We don't really care about the youth like that, man. You know what I mean? We truly don't. We truly don't, man. It's been 1,000. That's unfortunate, too. Because a lot of the youth don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? When you don't invest in them, when you don't take time to invest in the youth, when you don't take time to mentor the youth, when you don't hold their hand and try to walk them through some doors of life, then, you know, a lot of them never stand a chance. A lot of the youth are depressed. You see them rapping about drugs, they overdosing, you know what I mean? They on Instagram wilding out. And that's really a cry for help. A lot of them been neglected. And this is where I say, you know, just like individuality, you know, do what you want. That shit got to stop too. No, you can't do what you want. Once you become an adult, you become an adult. You got to do some adulting. You got to do some grown man, grown woman shit. Grown people do things they don't want to do every day of the week. They got to suck it up because you're grown. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. I really don't, man. And that's just unfortunate, man. So you got a lot of young men and young women that have been sexually assaulted, man. And my heart goes out to them. I think, you know, once you get your innocence taken away, it's over with, man. You never know what that person going to turn into. They can either get their life together and heal and move on, or they're going to do damage to other people. But typically, they're going to do some damage to other people first. And then, you know, maybe they'll get their life together. And it's a constant cycle, constant cycle, constant cycle, you know. So now we in a place of ambiguous morality, right? Ambiguous morality. Because now the Negro can always say he didn't know. The Negro can get by off sheer ignorance. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean? I didn't know, da da da. They lied about the age, this, that, and the third. She jumped on my dick. And I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Now you got all these niggas online that admit that African Bambaataa was doing some strange things when he had young men around. They couldn't quite put their finger on it, but nobody ever said nothing. And they still praise African Bambaataa. Now, Hassan Campbell might be different. Like I said, Hassan Campbell was 25 in some of those pictures. But again, all these people will admit that. Like, yeah, I seen young men with African Bambaataa. I mean, that ain't strange to you? I don't know. I don't know. Be honest. That stuff ain't strange. Nobody ever spoke up. Nobody was ever inquisitive. Like, oh, you know what I mean? You hang around a bunch of young men. I mean, what's going on? Why you riding with a young man? It's 10 o'clock at night. Nobody's inquisitive. All right, cool. So, I don't know, man. We don't do a really good job at protecting the young people. And then when they grow up to be savage, you know, we got an issue with it, man. Some of this shit got to stop. I'm gonna keep it real with the black man. You're not gonna fuck your way. You're not gonna fuck your way out of depression, my nigga. You're not gonna fuck your way out of anxiety. You're not gonna fuck your way out of PTSD. That shit ain't nothing but a temporary fix. Nah, dog, you got to deal with that like a grown person. You got to deal with that like you mature. You're not gonna fuck your way out of hard times in life, man. All right, take your little vacation. You still got to come back home and deal with the reality, man. Reality is reality is reality is reality. You can run from your problems for 10 years. Once you're done running, that same problem going to be on the other side. You could have dealt with that shit 10 years ago, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago. You really could have. You know what I mean? You're not going to fuck your way out of PTSD. You got to get the proper help. You know what I'm saying? You need basic structure for your life to get past that. Whatever it is you got to do. Then a lot of you niggas be on your Dr. Sebi shit, right? A lot of you niggas read some shit on Instagram, get on TikTok. Now you want to be Dr. Sebi, right? And this is what happens and shit. Not even understanding what the shit is about. That shit works in tandem, right? So when you're taking these herbs and all this shit, that shit works in tandem with having a healthy emotional life, having a healthy spiritual life. You know what I'm saying? With having mental clarity. Those herbs won't work if you still a piece of shit. None of that shit works. The secrets of my yacht and all that shit, none of that shit gonna work. It works in tandem with other things, man. It's like if a person's battling depression, you can put them on meds, but they need therapy too. You know what I'm saying? They work in tandem with one another. You know what I'm saying? So, again, if you out here representing the spiritual system you know nothing about, right? But you walk past the same homeless person every day and don't even give them a candy bar, don't even let them wash your windows on your car, what good is that spiritual system if it's not a representation of duty for the lowest of society? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. What's the point? Oh, for your own self-righteousness, right? To make you feel good about yourself. You dig? I find that odd. You know what I'm saying? I find that odd. Just my personal opinion. I find that odd. What's the point? I don't see a point. My nigga, Jesus came for the lowest of the low. Jesus said, I come to serve. You know what I mean? He came to serve, my nigga. He didn't come to take. And that's the fucking problem. I said I was going to calm down. I lost my voice yesterday. A little bit. My shit's still scratchy. The average nigga want to take. How many niggas you know that seriously is going to leave something for the universe? Maybe 10%, 12, 15% at best. That's even thinking in that mindset. You know what? I want to leave something for y'all. Whether it's a book, documentary, whether it's an education center, whether it's just a legacy of service in your community, whether it's just saving the cat from the tree. How many niggas you know with that mentality? A lot of niggas want to take. And when nothing is left, they want to complain. Right? They want to complain. I find that odd. Yo, I ain't fucking with you, Tony. He said no. Oh shit. I ain't fucking with you. That nigga said none. But real talk, it's a very small percentage, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's very small percentage, man. So how can you have anything with structure, anything of structure and substance if everybody want to take? They want to take from it. They want to take from it, but they never want to replenish the well. So when the well run dry, then we want to cry, talk about the Jews like Kanye. Oh, I'm jealous of Jewish people. I'm jealous of white people. Man, shut up. All y'all did was take from it. Now it's time to put back in. Everybody's absent from school that day. And you got some organizations out there that's what they specialize in is giving back. But again, it's just not enough. So when you got these liberals telling you that you can do what you want to do, they not telling you to give back. They're not telling you to leave a legacy. Those are conservative values, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these liberals saying live your life based on how you feel today. But we don't think about tomorrow and the next day. I find this shit odd, but it's cool. Because niggas still gonna go that. A lot of niggas are baseline hedonistic, man. It's all about their pleasure, how they feel, instant gratification and shit. But when that well runs dry, my nigga, when that well runs dry, is the question you gotta ask yourself. When the well runs dry, what niggas gonna do? Because all we did was take from it, dog. I ain't put shit back. Come on, man. You can't constantly live like that. When these niggas go to Sasua, when these niggas go to all of these third world countries, all they do is take. Oh, you might have a couple niggas go over there, set up a barbecue stand, set up a little rundown club. When a white man go to a third world country, he coming over there again. He building condos when a white man come. The white man bringing structures, solar panels, satellite dishes. The white man bringing antennas and motherfucking big boy satellites and shit, man. When a white man come through, he coming through. Black man come through, he bring a couple dollars and shit. Get the bitch cell phone turned on, buy a bitch a stove. The white man come through, they building roads and pavement and, shit the bitch can really use for 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? I'm just being 100. The black man come through, you gonna get a bitch a couple dollars. She get her hair and nails done, buy a cheap little stove. But that's it. But it still don't amounts to how much you took. You took, leave a couple dollars, and then you come back talking about you caught a deal. The black man is a taker. And this, boy, I said I was going to calm down today, boy. I'm being honest. White man come through, he built a whole roof for the bitch. You know what I'm saying? White man come through, he building condos and boardwalks and shit like that. White man come through, they cleaning up the reefs. They coming through with boats. You know what I mean? Well, you can go scuba diving and shit, snorkeling. White man come through, set up a fucking economy. Black man come through, take. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't find that shit odd? Same thing happened in the United States. No matter where you niggas go, it's going to be the same outcomes. Because it's here, my nigga. Then they wonder why these bitches don't really be respecting niggas, man. All you niggas do is take. Don't appreciate shit. And then get online and brag about how you got a bargain for some pussy. Like, oh man, she gave me the pussy for, you know what I mean, $2 and shit. So that's some pussy you want, $2 pussy? I'll take some $50 pussy. I don't think I want the $2 pussy. I don't think I want the $15, $20 blowjob. I think I want the $60 blowjob. That's just me. But still, at the end of the day, they wonder why these bitches be carrying them like that. I'm like, you niggas come through with no real infrastructure. All they did was take. I'm sorry, dog. That shit corny. If I was in Sasua, I find a nice little young lady, she's selling a little woo-wop, I might hit the bitch with 300. Like, man, go take your kids to SeaWorld, bitch. Like, my bad. Let me say that. This is back in my, back when I was boogie. Like, real talk, I might hit her with 300. American, man, go take your kids, shopping. Go get them some book bags, some Crocs, or whatever they want. You know what I mean? Real talk. It ain't even be about the pussy half the time. If the bitch got good conversation, you know what I mean? I might just dance with the bitch for 2 hours and hit the bitch with 100. Man, go get your edges done. Anybody tripping on that little bit of money? Bitch, I'm here to have a good time. I'm not a horny ass nigga all the time. If I want some pussy, I know how to get it, bitch. Are you serious? Nah, I want to have a good time. Let's go out here and get some good food. I want some motherfucking shrimp mofongo or something like that. Like, let's chop it up. That's the type of shit I be on. Like, bitch, let's put on some clean clothes and walk around the beach barefoot. I want to see where you know what I mean? We'll get to the pussy. Right, tripping on that shit. Bitch, enlighten me. I might hit you with 250 because I'm enlightened. Like, man, bitch, you had a good conversation. Man, take that 250, man. Go take the night off and shit. You know what I mean? You're around these sweaty ass niggas all night, man. That's the type of shit that I be on. I don't even be about the pussy, my nigga. I ain't no extra horny nigga. If I want some pussy, I'll go get it, period. Other than that, I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big taker like that. That's what I'm saying. If a woman want $130, right? Let's say a woman want $130 for 30 minutes of fun. They call it fun. I might hit the bitch with $170. I might hit the bitch with $190. That's the type of shit I be on. I'm not gonna bargain with the bitch. I'm not gonna act. That ain't never who I was. And yes, I paid for pussy before. Facts. I ain't never been a taker. The situations I've been in, find out, you selling a little woo-wop, woo-wop. Let me hit the ATM. You know what I mean? This is before Cash App and Zelle, my nigga. This is back in the day, nigga. I might hit the bitch with $190. I might hit the bitch with $215. Like, you want 100 for a blowjob? Man, take this 200 and shut up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even no ego shit. It's just like, yo. And then kind of think about it. Yo, I done moved prostitutes and if I was to tell you niggas my story, you niggas would laugh. Some of these bitches that moved up in my house. Yo, man, I think at one time I could have been a pimp. It's just not my lifestyle and shit. I hate babysitting. I really hate babysitting people. I really think this one bitch chose me to be her pimp. This little chick from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Up in Carolina, selling a little woo-wop. Boom, met the little bitch at the little shrimp fried right place. We chop it up, kind of think about it. She's like, yeah, from Atlanta, woo. We kicked it. You know what I'm saying? She smoking a blunt. I don't smoke. Came through, she selling a little woo-wop. You know what I'm saying? We got cool. She just started kicking it. I just started hitting her with bread. Next thing you know, she down there moved up in the crib with a nigga. Because the conversation was just so cool. We'd be up 2, 3 in the morning talking. She laying on my chest. I'm like, damn, bitch, I can't be your pimp. I got to go to school tomorrow. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to call somebody. It wasn't no black YouTube at the time with all these niggas as pimps. I'm like, damn, the bitch choosing up. I don't know what to do. It's real talk. It's like, just true story. I hope she's doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? She was a cool little, oh shit, she was a cool little broad, man. I'm like, damn, the bitch wanted me to be her pimp. I had to call Brazzy, like, yo, Brazzy, what's going on? I really think she wanted me to pimp her and shit. You know what I mean? It's a true story, man. But I would just hit the bitch off with a couple dollars, man. Like, yo, stop. Yeah, I mean, she'd be complaining about these niggas and shit. I'm like, man, take that money, man. Take the night off and shit. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. Real talk, man. I had to go to college and shit, man. I'm like, this bitch want me to be a pimp. I had to make real career decisions in life, my nigga. Like, yo, should I pimp this bitch or should I just left it alone. She was cool. We kept in contact, and, you know, it just fizzled away. I hope she doing cool, man. I hope she good. She was a cool little chick. She just was trying to hustle. I respect the hustle. I respect the jug. If it's fair, I respect the jug. But I never been a big taker like that. So if the girl want $90 for 20 minutes, I'm not going to try to talk her down to 65. I might hit the bitch with $150. Real talk. I might hit the bitch with $150. Because I thought that's what real niggas do. Like, well, man, we ain't tripping on that money. It never was about the money. Truth be told, I might hit the bitch with $150. And might not even get the blowjob. I might just want to kick it. I done took bitches to the pool hall. Like, I done been in these streets at one point in time, man. It never was about the money, Jones. But that's just me. I'm not out here bargain hunting. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here bargain hunting for pussy. I'm like, dog, what you doing? You look stupid. The girl's talking, the bitch is laughing at you. They really laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, hit that bitch with a 200 and keep it moving. They laughing at you, man. And then they go find a white man that don't mind spending $500-600. And then we sit around like, oh, these women submissive to the white man. Well, you know, look, you know, there's a difference sometimes. Not to say that all white men are good, but at the end of the day, you got to look at the law of averages, my nigga. We got to do some math on this shit. A lot of times the white man coming through with a lot more. And he wants you to do a lot less. You know, the Negro want to gang bang the bitch. This is the black man destroys women. No other way around it. He want to gang bang the bitch. He want the girl to, like, do some crazy shit for $60. You know what I mean? The white man, he want his little bit of fun. He may want to feel like a king. He may want his back rubbed. End of the night, he might write a check or he might get a bitch cash or something like that. Black man, he want all his niggas for $10. Black nigga, he want all his niggas to hit. He want to degrade the girl. He want to record the bitch. It gets old, my nigga. So if I'm a bitch, I'd be like, yo, man, if I'm a woman on some real shit, I probably wouldn't even sell pussy to a nigga. I'm checking you niggas' ID cards. I'm checking you niggas' driver's license, your passport. If you a Negro, I might not even sell pussy to you because I know what's coming with that. I know what's coming with that. You know what I'm saying? If I was selling pussy, if I had to give a bitch advice, bitch, go to some high-end hotels. Oh, man, I tell you this story about this motherfucking Redbone from Carolina. Oh, my God. Beautiful. But her mind wasn't right. It's another chick. I ain't lying. It's another chick. I swear. I think I told this story back in the day. I think she wanted me to pimp her. Because she was cool. You know what I'm saying? She used to come to the crib. She used to clean up all in her panties and shit. Beautiful. Red bone. No kids. She was like 24. You know what I mean? She was a dancer and shit. I think she had major father issues. Then one day, I got home from class, right? True story. This is back in my college days, right? I get home from class. I told her come over. She came over mad early. And I really ain't like that shit. I'm like, damn, you get here early. I'm like, you know what I mean? You supposed to be here an hour from now. So she came upstairs, and it was like a somber mood, right? I knew she was about to drop the hammer on me. She was like, yeah, I guess it was something up with her living situation and all of this. And she was like, yeah, you know, I'm not really going to make it. I'm fucked up right now, and I might have to move to Virginia with my dad and all of this. And I had to keep it real. I'm like, damn, baby. You know, I had my own spot at the time. I had like a 2-bedroom apartment and shit. She could have got the other room, but I ain't really know this bitch like that. You know what I mean? We had been kicking it, but I ain't really know her. And I was always in and out of town. busting moves. So I was like, yo, I really can't leave her in the house by herself. She might have some niggas on. I was like, nah. You know what I mean? I come home one day, my TV gone. Beautiful, I swear to God. But I did give her some game before she left. And I felt bad about it because she was beautiful. I was like, damn, I should have kept her. But the point was, I was like, look, I was like, stop fucking with these niggas. I said, you run around town with these raggedy niggas, these trash ass white girls. I said, you beautiful, you're rib bone, you got long hair. I said, your body banging. I said, if you knew who you was, you'll be getting it. I said, you need to get around some high end niggas. I said, go fuck with them engineers, man. Go fuck with them lawyers. I said, up your game. I said, you out here running around town with white bitches with tattoos on their neck. I said, you're a red bone black woman, no kids, with a big ass. I said, I'm sorry. I said, you need to change your whole outlook on life. She had a lack of self-love. I gave her some game. I had to keep it moving. Most niggas would have married this bride. She was that beautiful. I put this on my life, my nigga. She was like a good 8.5. Banging. Banging. And again, I felt the vibes like, but I want you to manage me, kind of. Like, I mean, because, you know, I had structure, my nigga. Like, I had structure. She seen my structure. Like, damn, this nigga go to school, come home, do his homework, typing up papers. Yeah, I mean, while I'm sipping Hennessy, typing up papers. I'm like, yo, shorty, pour me a glass of Cavassier, typing up papers, da-da-da-da-da. We'll stop, we'll talk, we might fuck, wake up. I'm cleaning up, I'm mopping. A nigga had structure, going to the gym. I used to take her on walks. We used to go walk and talk sometime. Beautiful, man. But I was like, shorty, that ain't even my lifestyle. I'm like, but I do want to give you some game. I hit her off with a couple dollars, went to the ATM, hit her off with a couple for her ride. I don't know if she ever made it to Virginia. And I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Under any other circumstances, I probably would have took her up, you know, and let her live. But at the time, I was out of town like twice a month. I just couldn't have the bitch in my house. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, shorty, if I ain't here, you can't be here. Or if I'm not close, you can't be here. But that's how it would be. Women like structure too, my nigga. Like, women like that. The renegades of the world. The lack of father type of women. The lack of self-love. The low. I mean, they really like a structured nigga. Because they envision themselves living a square life. You know what I'm saying? That's ultimately what they want. These bitches be tired of being treated like bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. These goddamn broads is tired of being treated like bitches. They want to be treated like a woman too. That's why they fuck with these white guys a lot of times. Matter of fact, a lot of the white guys, they be letting these black women talk to them any kind of way. That's where the black woman get her power from. Because the white man is so masochistic when it comes to his sexual deviancy. And they like it from a black woman. You dig what I'm saying? So anyway, a lot of these chicks do like structure. I bumped into a couple of them. And they was in the nook. They was in the nook. But I can't keep them. They not ready. The girl looks so good, but her brain is not ready. Y'all know the song? They not ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a babysitter, my nigga. I'm not a pimp. You know what I mean? I'm not about to, you know, pick out your outfits. No, I'm going to treat you like a grown-ass adult. You fuck up, I'm gonna hold you accountable, bitch. That ain't even my thing. I don't want to exploit you. I want you to see who you is. You're a beautiful woman. Act like it. Walk with your head up. Act like you got some goddamn sense. You run around the city with a white bitch with a tattoo on her neck, and you're a red-boned black woman with long, natural hair and a big ass. I'm like, oh my God. And my nigga, I damn near cried because she didn't know, bitch, you a gold mine. You know what I mean? She out here dancing, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, bitch, you a gold mine. These white dudes will pay you $2,300 to go on a date. You ain't gotta fuck them. You out here, you ain't got no place to live. Bitch, you do need a pimp. I'm sorry. It ain't me, but bitch, you need a pimp. I'm sorry. You gotta keep it a buck. The bitch need a pimp. A red-boned black woman with long natural hair and a big donkey ass. Nice, pretty little toes. Come on. Bitch, you need a pimp. And you can't jug? Come on, Jones. The bitch need a pimp. You know what I'm saying? At that point, if you can't get that right, I'm sorry, if you can't get that right, yeah, bitch, you need a pimp. Cause the math ain't mathing to me. But you want to swim with the fishes. You wanna be in the gutter, right? You want to show up to my house with bottles of Hennessy in your hand. No, bitch. You don't show up to a nigga house with nothing. You look good. That nigga's supposed to lay out the red carpet for you. You gonna show up, and that lets me know her mindset. I'm giving too much game to the women. But I'm gonna keep it. That lets me know her mindset. Bitch, you show up to my house with a blunt and some Hennessy. Those things supposed to be already laid out for you. You know what I mean? But that lets me know where her mind was at. And she couldn't make it jug. I'm like, bitch, if you put all this together, you'll have a husband in 5 years. I told her, I said, go fuck with them engineer niggas, man. I said, go get you one of the professional square niggas. I said, you can do it. I said, you ain't got no tattoos. I said, you ain't got nothing that can leave a trace to your old life. But you got to change. And I used to be so hard on her, and she loved it. I used to be really hard on her. Real talk. If she gained a little weight, I'll tell her, I mean, you get a little fat. We'd go walking or she'd go running, whatever she did. I used to be real hard on her because she had potential. Now, if a girl ain't got no potential, I wouldn't even say nothing. Like, yo, you lost in the shuffle. Nothing you could do for them. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I did have a couple occasions where I really thought some chicks wanted me to, like, manage them and shit. Like, I'm talking like, yo, this shit is ill to me. Like, women do choose up. Women oftentimes choose their pimp. You know what I mean? You don't really need no game. You just gotta be a man. But this is what these niggas won't tell you. Now, if you out here on the slab and you out here moving, then yeah. But a lot of times a girl will choose you, my nigga. You just gotta be a man. But we don't talk about manhood. We don't talk about manhood. Because we don't give a fuck about manhood and the structure. We don't. We don't give a fuck about that. I ain't had no razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come out the house with a colorful suit. I ain't make no words rhyme, but it was my structure. It was who I was. Ultimately, the girl felt safe with me. You know what I'm saying? She felt safe with a nigga. And I never judged the girl. And for that, there was nothing she wouldn't do for me. But I was hard on her. Like, what you doing out here? Are you fucking up? You run around the town with the most trashiest women and shit. Y'all riding, blasting music. Like, you want some nigga shit. You know how privileged you are? You're a gold mine. Some of these chicks is finished, too. You don't know what to do with them. Can't win with them. Y'all remember Mike Singletary? Can't win with them. Can't do nothing with them. Their mind ain't right. You got to constantly wake up every day and play on their emotions like a goddamn violin. You know what I mean? You would have to do that every day because they so fucked up mentally. And you feel bad, but you understand the game. There's nothing you can do. They got to learn on their own. A lot of times, 1 or 2 kids later, 2, 3 abortions later, whatever. This is when they learn. No. Niggas really need to be giving some of these chicks some game. I don't take. And then my whole point is I'm not a big taker. I want to give some. I want to leave the situation better than what I found it, my nigga. That way my name is good in the streets. And that's automatic promotion for me. If my face is good and my name is good, all right, cool. I ain't got no smut on my name. So now I can walk around and bust some moves and do what I do. It's hard to do that with smut on your name. And that's where the lying and conniving comes from. And that's where all that shit comes from when you got too much smut on your name. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, I've been there, done that, man. You know what I'm saying? I said I wasn't going to tell no more stories like that, but I just wanted to just put it in perspective. My nigga, you just got to be a man, too. And it's not always no razzle-dazzle. That shit come in handy later. It ain't always no razzle-dazzle. A lot of women be just attracted to the man. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Because they know they need structure. They know they need structure. But you got to take care of them, too. Know what I'm saying? Real talk. You gotta love a woman off the street the same way you would love a woman from the church. Neither one of them want to be judged. Neither one of them want to be castigated. Neither one of them want to be held accountable for their sins. They all want a second chance. You know what I'm saying? So again, you niggas be wanting submission, but you don't want the structure. You don't want to put in the work on yourself. A woman is attracted to your mind too, my nigga. You got a strong mind, a woman attracted to that. Not all women, because everybody ain't ready. But you know what they say. When a student is ready, the teacher appears. It's how it is. So a lot of women like structure. They like a nigga mind. When you can enlighten a woman, there's nothing she won't do for you. When you can enlighten her on some shit. When those light bulbs go off in her mind, like, wow, I never seen it from that perspective. You damn right. Because these niggas never took the time to teach you nothing. They ain't give a fuck about you. They too busy trying to drill a different spiritual system in your mind. No, we gonna do some common sense things. I want to draw a straight line from here to here. Let's make it make sense. You're a red bone, long, natural hair, big ass. You know how to dress. You need to be around some high-end clientele if you're going to be out in the streets. Make it make sense. But you run around town with a white bitch with a tattoo, blasting fucking Lil Boosie. You know what? They finished. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And to keep it so 100, that girl would cross my mind. You know what I mean? I forget her name. So, like, you know what I mean? Like 10 years ago. 10, 12 years ago. But she would cross my mind from time to time. Like, I wonder if she took my advice. I really do. Or is she sitting up with 3 kids trying to get child support from these niggas? I don't know. She could be married. Yeah, she probably finished. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So, I don't be knowing what to do sometimes, man. Like, yo, what do you do, right? It's just like, yo, it's just best to go home at night. Because you find yourself in these situations, man, where it can get sticky. You know what I'm saying? So, I met a lot of different women from different backgrounds, and it all added up to the same shit, man. They just want to feel safe around a nigga, man. They just want to be them. They just want to be, period. They just want to be. They just want to be. They just want to be. You know what I mean? You got to keep your dick out of them, too, sometimes. Because that's where it do get crazy. You can't be tender dick out here, man. Because this is not the era of the tender dick nigga. I'm sorry. If you tender dick, you finish. You got to stand on something. You know what I mean? You got to stand on something. You can't be tender dick. And I know it's tough. Because, sex feels great, but you can't be tender dick. That's young nigga shit. When you over 30, you get my age, you know what I mean? I be 36, man. You can't be tender dick no more, man. You got to be responsible and you got to know what you're doing. I'm at the age where you can't just be fucking just to be fucking. Niggas want to talk about spiritual systems. Do you know sex is a spiritual system? But the Negro ain't fucking with that, right? The Negro don't even want to hear that part of it or whatever. About sex being a spiritual system and shit. Or a spiritual modality or whatever the case. But yeah. So anyway, I just want to chop it up with you niggas for a minute, man, because I just want to get back to some manhood. I want to get back to some manhood, man. A lot of these niggas can hate watch me, but they never going to take my challenge. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do just like I told the one nigga, go ahead, throw a summit, I'll pay for it. I bet you your own mother won't come. You know what I'm saying? I was going to sponsor this nigga to throw an event. We'll see that nobody's going to show up. So we're going to do an LLC challenge. So a lot of niggas not going to respond to me with the challenge. They just want to respond to my videos. They don't like me. Respond to my challenge. We're going to do an LLC challenge. We're going to do a business license challenge. We're going to do a tax challenge. Did you pay your taxes this year? Did you pay your taxes this quarter? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a challenge. Cause at the end of the day, women like structure. And that's another part of the game that these niggas won't teach you. I'm telling you, women do treat you different when you're building something. There's no other way around it. Nigga, you can have a t-shirt company in your basement, my nigga. There's gonna be a woman that's gonna be impressed because you're using your fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you're using your mind, my nigga. Women like the business card thing, right? Women, this right here is gold, good as gold, my nigga. Yeah, this right here is good as gold, my nigga. I ain't capping. This shit good as gold, my nigga. Facts. This is real talk. This shit good as gold. You give a woman one of these, yo, man, I don't even get nobody my number. Yo, when I pull out the wallet, this is good as gold. That should do all the talking for you. It's like a nice watch. This is like a nice. This is the equivalent to a nice watch. You know, you got a real nice watch, Michael Kors, Gucci, whatever the case, right? This right here is like a nice watch. It's the equivalent for a woman. Boom, hit her with that. And but yeah, women like when you use your mind. I kind of peeped that too, man. They like when you're about some kind of structure, and they see the discipline. You can't have anything in life without discipline. So, you know, a lot of times you're not getting the woman you want. You gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror, my nigga. Now, don't give them no fake business card. We ain't doing no capping. We ain't doing no capping. Just use your mind. Maximize your potential, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times women, they're gonna see that. And women gonna be your biggest supporters too. Women like to be up under something. You know what I'm saying? Women like that structure. Why you think women hang around football players and sororities and fraternities and rather, you know, they like to be around. You see these women in these motorcycle clubs and just all kind of shit. They like that structure around. And believe it or not, man, they really do. They really do, man. So, you know, create something. It don't have to be much. Start out somewhere. You know what I mean? You know how many people start making plates in their kitchen? Then they move to the food truck. Then they move to the store. Then they franchise. I mean, you got to start somewhere, my nigga. Being 1,000. It's not even psychological. It's just, it's just women. Women want to feel safe. Women move on security, my nigga. Ain't nothing worse in the world than an unsecure ass woman. And that's when they start making irrational decisions. Women gonna move on security, my nigga. Yo, can y'all hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me? Let me see. Somebody say I'm muted. Yo, can y'all hear me? All right. Yeah. So you say you 54, the girl's 23, and you married. I would stay the fuck away from that. That's a recipe for disaster. Now, I don't have no faith that you're going to take my advice. I think you're going to stick your dick in this girl, and then you're going to be finished. And you're going to get online complaining about the rest of these niggas about your condition. I would stop. I probably would eat the cupcakes, especially if they're red velvet or some shit like that. But again, I would stay the fuck away from that girl. You married and you 54. She's 23. You put your dick in that young girl, especially if you turn her out. I see you being fired in your future. Don't fuck up your career over no pussy, my nigga. I wouldn't do it. Enjoy the cupcakes, though, man. People go to work, they do a little bit of flirting, take your ass home. I'm telling you, you got to smell trouble. You got to smell trouble sometime. You got to smell trouble. Now, if you wasn't married, that'd be a little bit different. You talking about you married, that's all I needed to hear. Go home. You'll stay out of trouble. Trust me. So yeah, that's my advice on that shit, man. I don't have faith in this Negro. So I know you gonna fuck her. I know you gonna try to fuck her, and it's gonna be some bullshit. You gonna put your dick in that young girl. You're gonna ruin your, especially if you got a good job. Enjoy the cupcakes, my nigga. Enjoy the cupcake. You gonna put on 30 pounds fucking with them cupcakes too, nigga. Enjoy them cupcakes, but don't put your dick in her, man. What if a girl, but I'm not a big drinker or smoker, and You think I should not just... I mean, if you're not a drinker or smoker, you got to find your tribe. I don't like the weed smoke around me. I don't judge, but I don't like weed smoke around me. So for me, um, when I was young, I wouldn't mind the girl smoking or whatever. But now I don't want to be around. I reject the whole situation. I reject it all. I don't want you around me smelling like weed, smoking weed. It's just my personal preference though. So you gotta find your tribe. There's plenty of women that don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you ain't gotta judge nobody, but you're not obligated to be around nobody either. You're not obligated to have that in your presence, especially if you don't like it. Me, it's a preference. I don't like weed smoke around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like when people be too high around me. That's an irritant. But it is what it is. Compatibility is everything. Stop being involved with people you're not compatible. Yeah, man. It's just an energetic thing. Like a lot of it's just the energetics of relationships, man. A lot of this shit don't be real complicated. You dig? Just an energy thing, my nigga. I think we complicate them in our minds. Just an energy thing, Jones. You know what I'm saying? For real. So it's not about judging, but you gotta find your people too. There's a lot of women that don't smoke, man. Don't drink. Don't do nothing. Straight up. A lot of that shit is a gateway. So you gotta be careful, man. Especially if they smoking every day. They gotta wake up, wake and bake. Yo, you know what I mean? Every time you driving, they gotta stop at the store to get a blunt. I'm past that point in life, my nigga. But anyway, let me get up out this joint, man. Check in with y'all later. Peace.